Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we have to solve this question which states that find the sum of the following series up to n terms. So in the first part we are given 5 plus 55 plus 555 and so on, and we have to find the sum up to first n terms. So you can clearly see this does not directly form any AP or any GP, right? This is not a GP or any AP, right? So and this does not have a particular pattern so that we are able to find what is our nth term and then we can apply the sum of formula up to this nth term, right? This is not possible in this case. Then what can be done here? Here little manipulation is required. What is that manipulation? You can clearly see from here that we are given 5 plus 55 plus 555. If you take out 5 common from each of them, so it could be written like this: 1 into 5 is 5, 11 into 5 is 55, 111 into 5 is 555 and so on. So you have taken out 5 from it, right? We wanted to convert it into some kind of AP or GP so that we are able to calculate this sum, right? So what we can do next is we can multiply and divide the numerator as well as the denominator by the number 9. We can do that, and we can shift this 9 inside. So we can multiply this 9 to each of these terms here, so that we would have 9 into 1 is 9, 9 into 11 is 99, 9 into 111 is 999 and so on. Why I have done this? Because I can very easily write 9 as 10 minus 1, 99 as 100 minus 1, 999 as 1000 minus 1 and so on, right? So what you can do here, we got a particular pattern here. You can separate out the terms because there is a plus sign in between, so we can separate out the terms clearly without any doubt. So you can write 10 plus 100 plus 1000 and so on up to n terms within one brackets, and then what you are left with, this minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 and so on. So you have minus 1, you can take it common from each of the terms, so you will be left with plus 1 inside, plus 1 and so on. And how many times this plus 1 is appearing? N times. So if 1 is you have to add 1 how many times? N times. So what would it be? It would be equal to n. So this sum comes out directly to be equal to n, correct? And what is this? This forms a GP. This forms a GP with the first term as n, 10, right? And the common ratio, if you divide 100 by 10, you get the ratio as 10. If you divide 1000 by 100, you get the ratio as 10. So therefore R is the common ratio and we are going up to n terms. So therefore the sum in this particular case is given by A, R raised to power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. So the value of A is 10, the value of R is 10 raised to power n minus 1 divided by 10 minus 1. So once you solve this thing, you have 10 minus 1 equal to 9 here, correct? So you have 10 upon 9 into 10 raised to power n minus 1 minus n. So you can multiply this 5 upon 9 inside, and this is what is your answer in this particular case, right? In a similar manner we can solve this second part over here. For the second part, I urge you to pause the video and try it for yourself. Once you have completed, you can check at the question, right? So I hope you have completed your answer. Now let's proceed to see its answer. For the solution of the second part, we are given 0.6 plus 0.66 plus 0.666 and so on up to n terms. We have to find the sum, right? So you can take 6 common from each of the terms, so you will be left with 0.1, 0.11, 0.111 and so on. Again you can multiply and divide by 9 on in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So you can multiply this 9 inside to each of these 3 terms, in fact these n terms, right? So it would be 0.9, 0.99, 0.999 and so on. Now you can write 0.9 as 1 minus 0.1. You can write 0.99 as 1 minus 0.01. You can write 0.999 as 1 minus 0.001 and so on. So therefore you can collect all the first terms in one brackets, right? All the terms are positive, so they could be collected. And how many times we are writing it down? We are writing it down n times. And you can collect these second terms within another bracket. Each term is negative, so you can take negative outside, and then each term would be 0.1 plus 0.01 plus 0.001 and so on. So you see 1 is added to itself n times would give you n, right? So you have n here. And what about this second series? This forms a GP. Here the first term is 0.1, and the common ratio, when you divide 0.01 with 0.1, you would get 0.1. So this is obviously less than 1. So therefore the formula for sum that we'll be using a 1 minus r raised to power n divided by 1 minus r. So using this formula here, our a is 0.1, r is again 0.1, r is again 0.1. We have this term. Now we can simplify the terms here. You can subtract these two to obtain 0.9. This point and point gets cancelled, so it is 1 by 9 times of 1 minus 0.1. So you can multiply this term outside, so that you would have this as your answer. So I hope you understood this question well. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.